Fameye, you are a cowboy from AliExpress, not Gigi, not Temu, not Amazon. Cowboy from AliExpress. Nipa ya idea or say go 10 gospel musician, bro.
Where them boys, counterfeiting boy, the one that beat and the talking toys. Tell them they make some noise. Now that employee, that black in motion boy, I say what's up. That raging boy, I say what's up. Everybody gets something to say. Suggestion to make. But nobody want to practice. Either way. Text me first time you want to thank. Yes, ago I've been so impressed. I gave my love and enough respect. But that boy is a mess. Man. Talking tea, talking bees, talking on me with the cowboy from AliExpress. Want to man you are starting stress. Keep your pace. Not a day in my life was begging. Didn't to be like you, don't pardon me. And can you have to tell me and send me? Where them boys? They wanna beat and they talking toys. So them they make some noise. In the street employees, everlasting motion. I say what's up? Stop. I say, ladies and gentlemen, heat.
There's a lot of heat in the system. Where them boys? Bro, Blacko, where them boys? Yes, Blacko released Iron Boy. There's one particular song, Where Them Boys. That be like, bro, you know, be beef, attack. Your friend will rap attack.
Direct.
And as they release this particular album for this song to date, we don't know who exactly Blacko they direct Where Them Boys to. People have cited, say it be Sarkodie. People say it be Shatawale. People say Stoneboy taking on. A lot of names there in the system. Fameye and things. But somebody sits down. Listen the song from A to Z. Where say, no. The person you people they talk about, you know, being the song they go to. I have found the thesis. The person sit down, do intro, do research, a rhetorical statement, hypothesis formulation, problem identification, analysis, conclusion about Where Them Boys. So I sit down like, nah, bro. It's like as they drop the album, we all swear go left side.
Yes,
but the owner of Where Them Boys did the right hand side. So I just for big up this guy, we are going to do a breakdown. I'll give you guys more details. Who Where Them Boys was directed to. Where Them Boys. Blacko, Where Them Boys. And this breakdown was done by a guy on Twitter. Right, bro, Akwana Jidi Wabo Ejuma. This particular video, and they use the video big amount. Because as he say, the guy really cook. Oh, a guy in Abo Ejuma. Man, shout out, bro. You are really cook. Kirani Fryro, that be the name on Twitter, right? So Kirani, yes, Fryro. And if you go on TikTok, the handle is Fryronic. That be the name. Fryronic, that be the name. This guy do breakdown about Where Them Boys. Now, let's go straight, right?
Might blow your mind or change the way you listen to Where Them Boys forever. Now everyone is talking, oh, he threw shot at Kwesi.
Why he cover in face? Why he know the show in face? What te?
He threw shot at Shatai.
This be banger video, so why he hide?
He threw shot at Stoneboy, he threw shot at Fameye. I have a theory that the Where Them Boys song is not about 4 artists, it's not about 5 artists. It's only about 2 artists. I'm a man of science, and if I have a theory, what do? I try to disprove it as much as I can. And if I'm unable to, then I have no option now to accept it as true. I'm going to leave whether the theory is true or not up to you guys for you to tell me, making it seem like I try cause beef where there's none. These are just some.
Apparently, according to him, the Where Them Boys song was not directed to Shatawale Stoneboy. It is directed to only 2 artists. That is Kwesi Arthur and Fameye. So the Where Them Boys that we with the things say it be Shatawale, it be Stoneboy, it be this. According to him, it be Kwesi Arthur and then Fameye. So we just for listening breakdown say no, either sync or you know the sync.
observations I've made from the sidelines as a fan of the music and
Okay.
culture. Let's delve into the song. Where Them Boys starts just like any other rap this song. It's quite standard for a rapper to start this song by throwing general shots at the industry. Everybody gets something to say, but nobody wants to practice. It's all general. Then he goes ahead to say this. Texting me phone, something I want to say.
Texting me phone, something I want to say. Years ago, I'll be so impressed because I gave man love and enough respect. But that boy is a mess. That line, texting me something I want to say.
And now he's being specific. He's talking about one person. And who could that person be? He goes ahead to drop more clues. Years ago, I'd be so impressed because I gave my love and enough respect. This is not me saying this, but it's not a secret. Blacko, when he was coming up, was heavily inspired by Kwesi Arthur.
Blacko coming up was heavily inspired by Kwesi Arthur. If you don't know this is a factual truth. A lot of people didn't know this, but if you go to Black Sherif's page on Twitter, coming up from 2020, when he comes on Twitter, he's always idolizing Kwesi Arthur. Then he brought, if you remember 2020, that time not Kwesi Arthur we're peaking from 2018 to 2020. It was Kwesi Arthur's time. Alright. That be the time then the ground up boys started enter the system. 2018, 17 now Blacko ajidin baby. So at that point, then Kwesi Arthur was our messiah in the system. Right. So when Black Sherif was coming up, if you go to his Twitter right from 2020, you would see he said, I keep watching all Kwesi Arthur's old mashups, inshallah. That was 17th August 2020. 21st September 2020, he said, I write the Kwesi Arthur in song finish. I know I'll get him on it one day, so help me God. He writes song for Kwesi Arthur, waiting to meet Kwesi Arthur, not the verse now to show. He came back again and said, drop Charlie, Kwesi Arthur followed me back on IG, Charlie, at the cry safe. When Kwesi Arthur followed him back, he was crying. He came back 2020, he said, Kwesi Arthur, love. He came back 2023, he said, I love Kwesi Arthur so much, I wish he knew. Now, to us,
there are tweets from back in the day of Blacko expressing.
So this is some of the tweets from Black Sherif as they idolized Kwesi Arthur back in the days, 2020.
And how much he'd love to be on song with him. In fact, there's a video of Blacko where he was rapping exactly like Kwesi Arthur. Again, this is not me inciting beef. This is just me connecting the dots from afar. So for Blacko to go from him being heavily inspired by and so respectful of Kwesi Arthur, to him now being unimpressed by a text from him, to him sidelining.
If it not be today, they never know see Black Sherif then Kwesi Arthur get issue. If not for today, I never knew. But there have been times where people are citing that Kwesi Arthur know they like Black Sherif. That information has been in the news to the point where in an interview with Three Music Network with Olele and the rest, he cited that people think say he know they like Black Sherif, but the first time he bring Black Sherif to his studio, he record him.
I remember calling him to pull up to the studio, and yeah, I recorded him myself, like on my Logic, you know. Yeah, so it's like kind of weird to hear rumors later that you know I'm like I don't like him and like
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah, that's like that's really stupid, you know. And
Was that the reason why you had to invite him over to the studio just to shut, you know?
No, that was like way before that.
It was way before that.
He even meet him with Jay Foley. He even advised Black Sherif. Wait till Black Sherif to keep going. Black Sherif watched them and was like, wow, you are the man I've been waiting for. So for Black Sherif and Kwesi Arthur back then, I never knew they engage you.
You see, when he gets asked on interviews about who his personal favorites are, something must have happened. So what could have possibly happened? That's what he goes ahead to explain in the next couple of lines. Ganging up and tagging teams.
Ganging up and tagging teams, talking beans, talking on me with the cowboy from AliExpress. We used to think this line was for Shatawale because he's the only one that dressed like a cowboy, but not gringo, but not from AliExpress. And you know AliExpress, the platform, as the guy explained it to you.
What? Talking beans, talking on me. What? With the cowboy from Ali.
As we they talk beans, some people they talk beans. Bro, tagging teams. Ask me how they tag people for IG, make them repost my video. People they tag teams, whether they talk beans. Or the teams around me beans. And they're Benin. Hey.
He expressed what? So this person who used to be his idol is now ganging up in a tag team with another person who Blacko describes as a cowboy from AliExpress. A very big So who is this cowboy from AliExpress? People have been saying that, since Blacko had an online feud with Shatta and the song dropped afterwards and Shatta was dressed as a cowboy in his Gringo video, that line is for Shatta. But wait, this same Blacko said the album was done way back in July.
You guys remember for Zamadisco concert that Blacko was telling his fans that he finished the album in July 2024. So the album there, he worked on them long time. So if people are expecting the album, you know, be he they delay. Black could not say why album needed that.
That's why I know the drop the album because I finished everything like July. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fly go South Africa, we go shoot the things like May, June, July.
Meanwhile, the whole thing with Shatta started in late October, which was months after he had turned in the album. So this couldn't possibly be Shatta.
He's trying to explain at this point where Black Sherif and Shatta Wale, they came in the news and they say Shatta Wale was talking about Black Sherif dressing dentists that happened on the Rant and Band podcast in October 2024. So he's trying to explain that if Blacko say he finished album July, there's no way the cowboy from AliExpress will be Shatta Wale at that time because that be when Blacko then Shatta Wale thing come up to the point where Blacko post Shatta Wale in Shatta for Snapchat. So we were citing that no, this cowboy from AliExpress, be Shatta Wale.
Plus, Blacko throwed Shatta back on his Snapchat and stuff. So that whole thing was done and dusted. He wasn't going to put it again in a song. So if it wasn't Shatta, then who was it?
But this be the point. I feel like there's a problem. I don't really agree. Even though maybe it might not be Shatta, but it could be Shatta because you can submit an album in July 2024 and then later you make adjustment to the album. There are artists that have created album when it's time for release date. They're like, no, make I take this song out. Make I add this song. Because there are artists that have hoarded song for like Sarkodie and Victoni, the song that they released this year. He cited that particular song was recorded years ago. So it could be possible that maybe Blacko has submitted the album, but the songs were 9 or the songs were 8. Later, he can add where them boys. It could be. So for that point, the cowboy from AliExpress, it could still be Shatta Wale or it might not be Shatta Wale. But let's listen to who he said it is.
Let's keep going. Tell your boy have to keep that verse. Are we doing splendid? Dreams to be like you empower me. If you had any doubt in your heart about who this idol turned rival is to Blacko, this one line should clear things up. Tell your boy have to keep that verse. We were all in this Ghana here when we saw behind the scenes footage of Kwesi Arthur shooting a music video with Blacko, which by the way, everyone was anticipating because it's something the streets need. But I'm sorry to tell you that that song is never dropping. Forget.
Tell your boy have to keep that verse. Can we do with splendid? Used to be like you, no parry me. Where them boys? Tell that boy have to keep that verse. This is the way he try to draw our attention to the Kwesi Arthur thing. You guys remember Black Sherif and Kwesi Arthur and then Homie Flea. They have a song that has not been released till date. They have a song from 2021 to date that has not been released. And the part of the song has been released in the day timeline top. That be the only part. Every single year, that part, the trend. That particular part of the song, the trend. Blessings to my brothers, everyone in my life. Munda.
Top of the top, cream of the crop, rise to the top. A champagne glass from the door with Zanzan water. I follow God's order. See my dudes, I paid that. Shequana, I paid that. Men said that. And if I do, y'all, I will shake.
Oh, we feel she. Nice in la shade, in la shade, and yes, she. Be very careful with in la shade, in la shade. So this be the song with Black Sherif, Kwesi Arthur and Black Sherif, and then Homie Flea that has never been released to date. So if Blacko is saying, tell that boy have to keep that verse. Black Sherif gave Kwesi Arthur a verse. Can we do it splendid? Not a day in my life I was begging. Dreams to be like you, no parry me, and can you actually men and me?
But there's still one.
In that particular song, Kwesi Arthur said in an interview at 3 Network that song is never going to come out. So if you have dreams and aspirations of seeing that song on your screen, Kwesi Arthur cited that last year, that particular song there, forget, is not coming out because they feel it is past. Maybe some, as at that time, as Kwesi Arthur they communicate, then people don't really connect the dots. He had to take this guy.
History left. Who is this person that Blacko is accusing Kwesi of going to form a tag team with? And to be talking on him. With that, we move on to the second verse. Here, your man is saying it's cheaper and easier to talk than to be a believer. And yes, I can Messiah for him, Peter. Again, this is not me saying this, but for me,
Messiah for him, but than Peter. We have only one Peter in the system. Messiah, at this line, then people were trying to call out Kweku Flick and Sarkodie because they have a song, the title is Messiah. So this line, they were giving it to Sarkodie and Kweku Flick. But they said Messiah for him, Peter. Only one Peter in the system. That is Fameye. T.
has been calling himself Peter for a while. And this all began when he started to draw inspiration from a more spiritual side of himself, while drawing influence from the Bible to present himself as a messenger, one who preaches his gospel through his music. You can tell from his outfits and his performances on
True, they say, Fameye, if we don't take care, he go replace Jesus Christ. If we don't take care, the day we go reach heaven, the person that is seated at the right hand side of God will be Fameye, because the way the man they move like Peter. I fear, but well,
stage that this whole Peter phase is just Fameye embodying this Messiah figure in Ghanaian music. From songs like Praise and Not God to his albums Songs of Peter and 3 Times of Peter, which by the way, 2 dope albums. If you have not listened to any of them, go and do so right now. But then we all know who the Messiah is, right? Jesus Christ. Not Peter. If anything at all, Peter even lied when asked about his association with the Messiah. So it seems to be like what Blacko is trying to say is that why do you say you are the Messiah and yet you call yourself Peter? Basically, it seems to me like what Blacko is trying to say to Fameye is that at the end of the day, let me give you some more context. Artists tap inspiration from different places all the time. Blacko even did it himself for his new album. He tapped inspiration from Amachide Day with the whole Iron Boy thing. And you could see it in how he was moving, how he was dressing. You see him dressing in these metallic looking clothes, especially for the Iron Boy cover art, with all these metals in his braids and on his ear. He's embodying the concept of the Iron Boy, just so daddy ni pankasa.
2016 movie, baby. In Kuma, if you watch Kuma Wood very well, there used to be a trend of movies like this. Kuma Wood, or B16, 2014, 2016. That'll be this cartoon.
This brings us back to that line in the first verse where he talks about someone linking up with a cowboy from AliExpress and talking about him. We all know AliExpress can sometimes be a market for inferior goods, right?
AliExpress, the Upo original,
It's where you might order one thing and receive an entirely different thing. So this line is not about an actual cowboy, but about someone who is trying so hard to be someone else and it's not working. And this makes more sense when you look at the chorus. Counterfeiting boys, the wannabes,
and the talking toys. Tell them they make some noise. Industries employees, everlasting motion boy. I say was the word don't be industry, it be industries. Industries employees.
And also, get this, let's come back to the tell your boy have to keep that verse line. Guess who else has a song with Black Sherif and has decided not to release it? That's right, Fameye. A couple of years back, Fameye posted this unreleased song with Black Sherif and announced that he was going to drop it in less than 10 days. Less than 10 days. The date had been picked out and everything. And then all of a sudden, the song doesn't drop.
You guys remember in November 2023, Fameye posted a link up with Black Sherif. There are 2 artists who have song with Black Sherif that has never been released. That is Kwesi Arthur and then Fameye. Fameye posted in November 2023 that, bro, in less than 10 days, I'll be dropping banger with Black Sherif. I don't know if 10 days, 1 day, 1 year, I don't know. Up to date, that particular song will come out. How? That one to snippet or snippet or whatever you guys call it. We don't hear anything from that side.
And everyone forgets about it.
And then they get issue. Fameye then Blacko ever get issue.
Moves on. Isn't this weird to you guys? It's no secret that Kwesi Arthur and Blacko shit. It's no secret that Kwesi Arthur and Fameye have a great relationship, and it doesn't sound like a reach to say that the 2 artists went to sit somewhere and said some things about Blacko that he heard. That was why he was like, oh, you said I heard. If you listen to the song throughout, Blacko is just mad about 2 people saying something about him that he heard, that he was disappointed because he obviously looked up to the 2 people I was talking about. For him to make a song about it should tell you just how much he cares about all that happened. But what could have possibly happened that would make Blacko go from admiration to now dropping this song? What could have possibly happened that would make Kwesi Arthur link up with Fameye and, I don't know, say whatever they said about Blacko, which he ended up hearing? For that, let me take you back in time a bit.
Blacko, Kwesi Arthur, Fameye. I've not really seen a coherent bonding between Kwesi Arthur and Fameye, even though videos day, but Fameye, Kwesi Arthur. Well, maybe. So, okay, ganging up and tagging teams, talking beans, talking on me with a cowboy from AliExpress. So the cowboy from AliExpress is Fameye in this context. Cowboy from AliExpress, no, is Fameye in this context. Or you inferior, why no so a Peter, original Peter, so you inferior, AliExpress.
Right up until March of 2023, Blacko and Kwesi seem to have a very good relationship. Kwesi would drop a song and Blacko would tweet it. Blacko would drop a song and Kwesi would tweet it. They would wish each other on their birthdays.
Yeah, as at 2023, I remember when Black Sherif dropped his album Kwesi Arthur was all over the timeline posting it, right? So that's what I'm saying, that for me, I never knew Kwesi Arthur and then Black Sherif they have an issue. Me they mean TB that because I remember when Black Sherif dropped Oil in My Head from his album, Kwesi Arthur was online posting it.
But then all of a sudden, on March 3rd, 2023, Kwesi Arthur drops this song to Big Homie Flea titled Pain Interlude. And then just 5 days later, Big Homie Flea took to his ex and posted this. He let these mere mortals.
Pain Interlude, you guys remember KSS did a story on that. Kwesi Arthur dropping a dick song to Big Homie Flea.
If I talk about it, stress, you know, go make it less. My big homies tend to bitch homies. What be next?
My big homies tend to bitch. My big homies tend to what? Bitch homies. What be next? This song was a diss song to Big Homie Flea. We did a story on that. Yep. So Kwesi Arthur Big Homie Flea there and click it. That was what led Big Homie Flea to go online and write and then the bro from the accent and yana mentiasi.
Was getting your head like I switched up on you. The plan was to shed light on another youth from the trenches.
He took to his Twitter after Kwesi Arthur released this song and then he was dropping bangers with posts. You remember when he went to Twitter, he wrote, "You let these mere mortals get into your head like I switched up on you." The plan was to shed light on another youth from the trenches who came from the tree we planted. He was one of us. The sky big enough for everybody to fly high. He was about to f the street up with this one, shaking my head. This is what Big Homie Flea posted on 8th March 2023. Then he added the song that I played earlier, T. And you know, the song that I said it has been unreleased for a very long time. That was what beat T in here. This Black Sherif. That's Big Homie Flea. So if you read what he was saying, he said the plan was to shed light on another youth from the trenches who came up from the tree we planted. He was one of us. The sky was big enough for everybody to fly high. We was about to f the whole street with this one, shaking my head. Who was that one person that was coming up from the streets, from the trees? Who was one of them? Blacko. Because if he posted this particular music video, in the music video, it's Big Homie Flea and Kwesi Arthur. These two people, they are not now coming out of the trenches. Blacko be the new person that they come out. So as he posted, but Ghanaians' attention no go there that this context was for Black Sherif.
Look at this too. Big Homie Flea posted a line from Kwesi Arthur's Colors, which says, "We'll be on any time, open and never envy man."
After Kwesi Arthur dropped the Pain Interlude, right, there was a whole back and forth with Kwesi Arthur and then Big Homie Flea online. That's what he's referencing here. Big Homie Flea, not to me one verse and to not one tweets.
Okay. And Big Homie Flea was like, "You really panicked, shaking my head. Folded like a beach chair. If you feel like putting on another YN will block your shine. It means it was never really him. It will be on the time, so why envy that boy? I know it wasn't you though. You just let the quick one as the stories get to you. This still hurts, but you know me, I'm a charger to the game and keep it play at all times. Wounded lion will bleed, but I never go chop grass. Still got love for you in my heart, baby bro. And when the truth finally comes to light, hope them YNs laughing with you for coming at me, go and cry with you. Just know that I already forgave you. Business is business. I'm always standing on my 10 toes, man. Say that. This screenshot was posted on October 4th, 2023. And just 5 days later, guess what happened? Kwesi Arthur came to tweet, "I want to apologize to Kwadwo aka Homie Flea for the lyrics in Pain Interlude, which was released earlier this year by myself. I hope this message finds you well. #all love." What does this look like to you?
You guys remember when Kwesi Arthur, after the whole back and forth with Homie Flea, he came back online to apologize. He posted a picture with Big Homie Flea, the time they go the BET, that time where he apologized. He's sorry for whatever he said on the Pain Interlude verse. Apology, then there was a meaning, but we never knew. Listen.
It looks to me like Kwesi Arthur felt betrayed, that Big Homie Flea was diverting his attention to Black Sherif, who Kwesi Arthur felt threatened by, and rightfully so. I mean, the two of them dropped albums in 2022, and let me ask you, which one of the two albums performed better? I'm not asking about which one of them was the better album, but which one of them performed better in terms of numbers. I mean, half of Kwesi's tape was Afrobeats. Meanwhile, the entire Blacko album was hip-hop, but it still did way more numbers than Son of Jacob ever did.
2022, Kwesi Arthur released Son of Jacob, Black Sherif released The Villain I Never Was. Kwesi Arthur's was Afrobeats, and then this one was hip-hop. Bro, The Villain I Never Was doing crazy numbers as compared to the other one. it had hits as compared to the other one.
It comes to a point in hip-hop where whoever is on top sees an emerging artist and knows immediately that this is the artist who is going to take my place. Just like Blacko is on top now, when he sees an emerging artist who is coming for his throne, he will know immediately, way before the listeners notice and way before it actually happens. But isn't it better to have your replacements on your side instead of against you? I guess that was what Big Homie Flea was trying to do, but Kwesi Arthur took it the wrong way. And I guess it also didn't help matters when Big Homie decided to do that intro for Blacko's second sermon music video. Crack a bam, yeah.
What he's trying to say was that when Kwesi Arthur saw the light, said, no, this guy coming is going to be my replacement. That be where Kwesi Arthur vexed. These are not my words. Per his calculation, as Kwesi Arthur said, no, the way this guy, they move, they come. If I not take care, this guy will take the shine. Because when Blacko came, he came with money where you did, and no bought first sermon, and then a second sermon come now with Benna Boy hop on them. So at that time they be like, no, you see, if you're a footballer, you see a very good footballer, you go realize. And at that point, as Kwesi Arthur started having issue with Homie Flea, that way Big Homie Flea started sway towards Blacko inside. You remember Black Sheriff's second sermon, right? Homie Flea, and it started the first 30 seconds of the actual music video. Listen to Homie Flea.
Yeah, me on me do for this what y'all been waiting for. When your friend in trap was I'm a disco. Real niggas in the trap but mutinko. No y'all fake ass niggas mututonko. This that second sermon brought to you by Red Blacko. Real trenches, baby, straight out of Kono Guzongo. Tap in with the god body Fleeko. Make you don't forget the Wallahi shake back baby though. Yeah, y'all know I only fuck with that real shit. ANTS, I'm a corny ass rappers. They bro show ass rappers.
In this particular line, he said ANTS some corny ass rappers. Deep down, he was going somewhere. So that was Homie Flea's first 30 seconds intro of Black Sheriff song, second sermon. So it be like they move from Kwesi Arthur, they go support the one that they have seen has the potential.
Plus, Kwesi and Ground Up had a much anticipated album on their hands waiting to drop. So I get that Kwesi may feel some way about all of this, which I don't blame him at all for. Hip-hop is incredibly competitive. And even the Fameye that Kwesi Arthur allegedly linked up with to say whatever they said about Blacko, if he had turned out to be primarily a hip-hop artist like Kwesi and Blacko are, I'm not sure him and Kwesi Arthur would have had that much of a great relationship, much less to talk about the two of them ganging up in a tag team to, I don't know,
The Fameye own for the Cowboy for the AliExpress is difficult for me to believe. Maybe we can connect the dots with the Kwesi Arthur one, but the Fameye side, for me, not a click for me because I know it could be someone else. Because Fameye Kwesi Arthur, but wait, Fameye Kwesi Arthur have a solid song in the system. Eja, if you give me Benzo, I dey beg, give me more life. Fameye ni how baby a day and night and emiti asia no be my mind I know say one day you go die. They mean say. It could be true. It could be. Fameye, you are a cowboy from AliExpress, not Gigi, not Temu, not Amazon. Cowboy from AliExpress. So this be like a whole brief conversation video that this guy did. The guy that gave him the shout out, he did trying to explain the Black Sheriff, where them boys and who it was directed to. So this video, he posted it on his TikTok. As I sit now, it's exactly 24 hours when this guy recorded this video. Now, attention come the story top. And it happened like this. Kwesi Arthur has been quiet. I've been to Famiye's page. He has been quiet. I checked the last person. That's Big Homie Flea. Almost a Jato system no more. This is what Big Homie Flea started posting on his page this morning. Big Homie Flea, I've always said on the lines, but well, this is what he posted today. Oh no, I don't know if it be pidgin, it be. I want to casa being.
While I shake back, baby.
But I shake book back. I need a coin name. This the part of that game where some people have this weird obsession with you or without you. I don't know. Found out the love turned to hate due to the verdicts from the court of public opinion. Plus, Kuku announces stories. You go explain tire or rather let them hang themselves with the puppet strings and watch the party die. I didn't understand what he was trying to say. But if you listen, he said, the verdicts from the court of public opinion plus Kuku announces stories. You go explain tire or rather let them hang themselves. Either Kwesi Arthur go come explain or you go make we hang ourselves with the storyline out till the thing go die out. That was the first thing I did. Then Ghana for the bro. Then I okay cano. Then he came back to tweet this again. Nipa ya idea or say go 10 gospel musician, bro. Nipa ya idea or say Unyi ma ya men say me ding. Oh yeah, Mr. Drew ni boy and what be name. Unyi ma ya men say me ding oh. Oh yeah, Mufti. Unyi ma ya men say me ding. I'll go to the grave before I be a nigga and put that on my daddy grave. Rest in peace, Yao Kotoko. My name is my name. All I know is pain. And alhamdulillah, mean say that to be continued. Papa din be mu be den. You see, bro, brabe chire chire me no cre. This one here say, is it true or is not true? One so say, rest in peace, Yao Kotoko. How to folk ya shom? So rest in peace, Yao Kotoko. My name is my name. Homie, you are my homie, but flee from distance, bro. You are my homie, but I beg you to flee from my facts of the matter. But guys, the way this guy connect the dot and the storyline we put them out, if you start to think, you realize that Enka Messiah Bedani Peter is not Sir Ekode. Cowboy from AliExpress is not Fameye. Tell that boy have to keep that verse. All we do is the only place I go maybe sideline say if he be Fameye be he to get song they no release. Tell that boy have to keep that verse. Blacko gave him a verse. Can we do is splendid? Not a day in my life I was begging. Used to be like you, no pare me. You know they won't be like Kwesi Arthur. You know they won't be like I'm trying to connect the dots, but this be the story day on the trend list. Like, do you think it is actually Kwesi Arthur and Fameye as this guy explained, or you still stand with the idea that is for Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy or Sarkodie? Let us know what you think in the comment section about this particular story. But it's an interesting time ahead. I want to see what Kwesi Arthur will say, what Black Sherif is also going to say. Black Sherif in an interview, he has debunked or he has not want to speak about this particular Where Them Boys. Let people just pick inspirations from whatever they want to pick. But they say they Kutia Nimnura, the owner, no intent. So let's keep calm. It's an interesting then ahead. More development will come. My name is Ace Kanti. Before we go, Where Them Boys, counterfeiting boys, the wannabes and the top. Counterfeiting boys. Tell them to make some noise. Make some noise. The three employees of Latin motion boy, I say what's up. Standard raising boy, I say what's up. Everybody get something to say, suggestions to make. But nobody wanna practice. It's really that way. Text me phone, so I want to say, years ago I be so impressed because I gave my love and so respect. But that boy is a mess. Talking teens, talking beans, talking with the cowboy from AliExpress. Yes, stand the stress. Tell that boy I have keep that base.